Prince Harry and his fiancée, Meghan Markle, are actually distant cousins. Yeah.
I hate Meghan Markle. She's like, I don't want attention. Bitch, you die for attention. That's what you want. I don't think Harry makes her calm. I think attention makes her calm.
Damn! Madame Tussauds Wax Museum in London has already removed the Harry and Meghan wax figures from the royal family display. Took them out. They're gone. Yes. Yes. Oliver, where are the figures, wax figures now?
They are in a loving home, Conan, and I treat them better than the museum ever did. They didn't appreciate Meghan's soft hands or Harry's supple lips.
You know, did you watch the Oprah interview with Meghan and Harry? Have you watched any clips from it?
I watched clips. I started to do the whole thing and I realized, oh, I don't give a shit about half of this.
My friends have to read those things. Like, I have real best friends, the same ones since I was 17.
Really?
You know, like, I'm a real mom. I have to go and, I choose to go and do school pickup and drop off, but I do that under a landscape that is created that forgets that I'm a real person. My kids will see those magazines, and we all know moms gossip.
She is a malignant narcissist who cannot get enough of herself while she simultaneously plays the victim.
No, you're not a fucking victim. What are you talking about?
Sure.
We can be the people we talked about being, with no more worries about how we look or the image we project to people. What matters is what we have on the inside.
Just when Meghan and Harry thought the headlines couldn't get any worse, Conan O'Brien showed up and turned their royal drama into late-night comedy gold. He took their never-ending victim tour, added a dash of that classic Conan sarcasm, and turned their royal rebrand into a punchline. In one joke, Conan did what Harry and Meghan couldn't. He actually made their story entertaining.
Say that Prince Harry and his fiancée, Meghan Markle, are actually distant cousins. Yeah. After hearing they were related, Queen Elizabeth finally gave the couple her blessing. Because that's...
Right. Keep that bloodline tight.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the best part? Conan didn't need Netflix cameras, a ghost-written memoir, or some overproduced documentary to get laughs. Just a mic and that classic Conan smirk. In a few minutes, he did what Meghan and Harry have been trying to pull off for years. Get people on their side without turning it into a pity party. At this point, the so-called royal rebels didn't just get roasted, they got completely outclassed.
He said, Conan, I used to have a full head of hair, but Harry made me use this shampoo, and I lost it all.
Yes, Michael, we'd like to apologise. Unfortunately, William's hair was unable to make it this evening. It's devastating.
Oh, bravo! Hilarious. Yes, a bald joke.
Conan started with the usual, a few cheeky jokes about Harry and William's royal hairline crisis. But that was just the teaser. Because once he moved on to Meghan and Harry, it turned into a full roast session. He didn't hold back for a second. He brought up how their wax figures were removed from Madame Tussauds and turned it into a full comedy sketch.
Madame Tussauds Wax Museum in London has already removed the Harry and Meghan wax figures from the royal family display. Took them out. They're gone. Yes. Yes. Now, I was curious what they did with Harry and Meghan's wax figures, so I found the museum employee who's temporarily storing them.
And Conan wasn't flying solo on this one. He teamed up with Oliver Gray, a hilariously overenthusiastic museum employee who looked after the wax figures. What followed was pure comedy gold. Conan and Oliver played it so perfectly, it felt less like a late-night sketch and more like a royal documentary, just with more honesty and way better jokes.
Please welcome Oliver Gray.
Hello. Thanks so much. Delighted to be here, Conan.
Oliver, you have generously offered to keep the wax figures of Harry and Meghan safe while the royal family drama gets worked out.
Yeah, that's correct. And if I may, I would just like to say that I'm definitely not using the wax figures for sex stuff. Just to clear that up.
If you think that was too much, oh no, that was just the warm-up. Conan and Oliver basically said out loud what everyone's been thinking. The only safe place for Meghan right now is in wax form. At least that version can't interrupt, complain, or call the paparazzi on itself. Honestly, the Madame Tussauds figure probably has a higher approval rating than the real Meghan at this point. And the best part is that it is making Oliver very happy.
Oliver, where are the figures, wax figures now?
They are in a loving home, Conan, and I treat them better than the museum ever did. They didn't appreciate Meghan's soft hands or Harry's supple lips.
You know, Oliver, now I am starting to think it's possible you're using them for sex stuff. I really am.
Told you were thinking it.
And see, that right there is the perfect metaphor for Meghan's entire career. She always finds someone weirdly obsessed with her, but it's never for the right reasons. Kind of like how Netflix was obsessed for a minute, then realized they'd accidentally subscribed to chaos instead of content, and decided to drop her show. Oliver's treating those statues with more care than Meghan treats her public image. At least the wax version isn't out here giving speeches and podcasts about authenticity and the power of yet.
Power of yet.
Power of yet.
I've already settled it for myself, so flattery and criticism go down the same drain, and I'm quite free.
It's kind of poetic, though. The fake Meghan finally found someone who actually wants to keep her around, because the real one's been losing fans faster than Harry's been losing hair. Oliver's over here talking about soft hands and supple lips, and honestly, it's the most genuine affection Meghan's had in years. Even her PR team doesn't sound this passionate when they talk about her impact. Meanwhile, Harry's probably somewhere journaling about how his wax figure is being treated better than he is.
I'm afraid to ask, what condition are the figures currently in?
What position are they in? Oh, I'm not sure what it's called. He's on his back, she's...
No, I didn't say position. What condition are they in?
Sorry, yeah, no, they're in good condition. A little worse for the wear since I stick them in me hot tub. That was a mistake.
Wait, what happened?
Well, they're about a foot shorter now, which actually works perfectly for what I have planned.
You know, Oliver...
And just when you think Oliver can't get any weirder, he starts talking about dunking them in his hot tub. Honestly, at this point, even the wax figures are screaming for help. But somehow, it still makes more sense than Meghan's brand strategy. Because, let's be honest, Meghan's been in hot water for years. And every time she tries to fix it, she just turns up the heat. The only difference is that at least Oliver's honest about what he's doing. Meghan calls it authenticity and content creation. But Conan didn't stop there. He actually teamed up with Reynolds for the next jab. Out of nowhere, they roasted Harry like it was open season, joking that he's ditched the crown to become a food broker.
He got out of copping and then became a food broker, which we're like, come on, that's
what?
CIA, right?
Yes.
And he's like, no, I really am a middleman for jars of jam and tiny yogurts.
What? He works for Meghan Markle.
From royal duties to grocery duties for a failed jam brand, that's a major downgrade, Harry. Ryan set it up, but Conan spiked it, dragging Meghan straight into the jam jar with a twist only she could make sound like a brand deal.
He works for Meghan Markle.
Yes.
Really tiny jams, harvestable jams.
Yes, exactly.
Made from the oils of Montecito.
If Jimbo Reynolds wasn't dead, I would say he was like, adjacent.
Many people have likened the two.
Conan basically lit the fire, and now it feels like every late-night show is lining up to roast Meghan and Harry, each one trying to out-roast the last and turning their royal drama into punchline fuel. Like, Colin Jost lit up Saturday Night Live with a brutal Meghan joke, turning the Weekend Update into a royal roast worth every second.
I'm really proud of that. A Christmas photo released by the royal family features a bad Photoshop job where Prince Louis's finger appears to be missing. And this is sweet. Meghan Markle said she has a finger they can use if they need it.
With a straight face, he dropped a gem on Meghan and Harry that went beyond mocking. The kind of punchline that stings harder because he never even cracked a smile.
President Trump also announced a new trade deal with the UK that will reopen British markets for American companies. All that Britain demands in return is that we keep these two.
And hold up, he wasn't done. Colin kept the royal couple's punchline alive, making sure Meghan and Harry stayed roasted long after the laughs ended.
NBC has announced plans for a spin-off to the hit series Suits, which will be set in Los Angeles. It will focus on Meghan Markle's character's struggle to balance her legal career while also caring for an unemployed immigrant.
And if you think Colin burned them out, wait till you hear Jon Stewart. In his epic expression style, he shredded Meghan's podcast into a brutal roast and stamped it with total rejection.
Hey, girl. Down on your luck? You get a podcast, nobody dies, you can still terrorize people. And no, I do not want to be on.
If Colin and Jon weren't enough, Trevor Noah came in swinging. Noah ripped Meghan's carefully polished global brand into a joke so sharp, the studio band nearly dropped their instruments. He cut through the noise with that trademark sharpness, directly calling out the coded language others were hiding behind, brilliantly exposing the subtext of the entire conversation around Meghan.
Typical royal. She comes from an unconventional family. Yes, very different family. And I was like, yeah, man, she does. She comes from an unconventional family. Just like Harry, same thing. Come on.
Trevor Noah didn't just stop at the race angle. He went all in on their new American life, too. He joked about Harry looking like the only guy in LA with no real job, then pictured Meghan as the modern wife trying to explain to her prince that manifesting a paycheck doesn't actually pay the bills.
And you see, this is what happens when you bring the first black woman into the royal family. Yeah. She looked at Harry and she's like, "Nigga, you need to get a job. You need a job. You a grown-ass man. You can't still be living in your mama's house, Harry."
Trevor Noah twisted it perfectly, pointing out how all this drama eventually lands on Archie.
And I know some people are disappointed by the name Archie, but there's one person who's super excited, the Queen. Yeah, because you know for the last 9 months, she's been like, "Please don't be Jamal, please don't be Jamal, please don't be Jamal, please don't be Jamal."
And just when you thought he was done, Trevor Noah looked ahead and imagined the funniest twist of all, Archie's future.
You know who I feel bad for in all of this, though? Meghan and Harry's son, Archie. Yeah, because you realize eventually he's gonna grow up and be like, so let me get this straight. We used to be in the royal family? Like I could have been a king, and now I'm working at Burger King? Is that what you're saying?
After Trevor wrapped up with his sharp take, the spotlight shifted to the late night show, where Stephen Colbert jumped in, Meghan and Harry's whole personal brand and even turning their sweet little nicknames into punchlines.
Meghan Markle has finally revealed why she and Prince Harry call each other M and H.
And say M, and it just is a thing.
It's a thing.
And do you both love it? Like it's just natural?
Yes, and I like nicknames a lot. I love nicknames.
You are such a big proponent of women.
What could it be? A mystery for the ages.
And then, straight from the desk, Stephen Colbert grabbed the whole Megxit saga and spun it into his own comedy playground.
And to make the whole thing even more official, on Saturday, Queen Elizabeth herself announced that Harry and Meghan will no longer be working members of Britain's monarchy. So, that means there's a job opening in the royal family. Maybe a Megxit means a Colbentrance.
Colbert couldn't resist turning the royal exit into his own audition tape, and the way he pitched himself as the next royal was pure late-night gold.
Hi, how are ya? Mrs. Queen, can I call you Queenie? My name is Stephen Colbert. I'm interested in the position of Royal Highness. I have no formal training in being a prince, but I have been told I'm a royal pain in the ass. Anyway, I'm a fast learner. I'm highly motivated. I can wave backwards. And I've never met Jeffrey Epstein.
And after all that, it felt like the comedy Avengers assembled. Yeah, you heard that right. All the Jimmys. Jimmy Carr, Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon. One by one, they lined up to take their swing at Meghan and Harry in a brutal late-night takedown. First up from the army of Jimmys, Jimmy Carr didn't waste a second, stepping in with razor-sharp jokes that left Meghan and Harry squirming while the audience roared.
I said Meghan Markle is, of course, a lifelong feminist, which she's demonstrated by marrying a prince and giving up her job.
Oh, I like
and
that.
It strikes me that the card he's playing is,
yes.
I'm a victim,
oh,
and you go,
right. Yeah.
no, you're not a fucking victim. What are you talking about?
Sure.
What?
And Carr didn't stop there. He went after Harry too, joking about him being ginger and a total wimp, leaving the audience laughed.
Now, Prince Harry was meant to go and fight in Iraq last year, but he couldn't go to Basra last July because he's ginger, he would melt. He was found by a British journalist, tracked down to a strip club in Canada. And the journalist went up to him and said, "Are you Prince Charles's son?" He said, "No."
After Carr's savage takedown, the spotlight shifted next to Jimmy Fallon, ready to deliver his own brand of late-night chaos and keep Meghan and Harry firmly in the roast zone.
Meghan, the issues raised, particularly that of race, are concerning. While some recollections may vary, they are taken very seriously and will be addressed by the family privately.
Just to be clear, the news anchor didn't see the note up top that said, "Read through gritted teeth."
Fallon injected lighthearted jokes into his commentary on Buckingham Palace's response to the Harry and Meghan Oprah interview.
For those who aren't fluent in palace speak, they're basically saying, "We're sorry you feel this way." The statement would have sounded more sincere if they didn't end it with, "So, we good?" Okay. All right, we're gonna split, so we're good. But the 60 Minutes interview was a great chance to hear Harry and Meghan's story, in case you missed their 2-hour sit-down with Oprah or their 6-part Netflix documentary. We really want to hear what you want to think, yeah.
On Friday!
Enough, Jimmy, enough!
Well, you know what? That was a diplomatic way of putting it. I'll tell you something, that's not how it will go in my family. If the matriarch of my family put out a statement, it would go like this.
You dumb and stupid ass. You didn't like living here? Well, it was no tea party for me either. Go live with Oprah and take a for yourselves. Goodbye.
Then came Jimmy Kimmel to close out the royal saga, poking fun at Harry and Meghan while slyly hinting how the Queen might have thought to word her goodbye, all in his signature diplomatic but savage style. And that's how late-night hosts hilariously roasted Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. From wax figure jokes to savage interviews, no royal was safe. Which roast made you laugh the hardest? Drop your favorite in the comments, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping royal takedowns.